Hello and welcome to the workshop on the heat transfer in pipe using the CFD techniques. In this tutorial, we will teach you that how to create the geometry in the space clamp direct modeler. This can also be done in the ICM CFD or design modeler, but I have decided to do this part in the space clamp because it's a very good software for the CFD model preparation. So new users should be able to use this software effectively. So that's the purpose of adding this part in the this tutorial. Although it's a very simple, but it will give you idea that how you can operate the space clamp and use some basic sketching and the full command. Then we will create the hexa mesh in the ICM CFD hexa, and after that we will set up the problem in the Fluent, like importing the mesh from the ICM CFD, check the units of the mesh, then set the turbulence model and the energy equation and the properties of the air, whether it's ideal gas or it's incompressible ideal gas, or it's the constant property, means we don't have the effect of the temperature and the pressure on the density of the fluid. We will also set up the boundary conditions depending on the given Reynolds number. We will set up the solver and its related properties, and we will also tell you how to set up the number of iterations, and then we solve the problem in the Fluent. Also, we will teach you that how you can create the custom field function for calculating the local heat transfer coefficient and also for the local Nusselt number. So for the problem description, the geometry we have used is basically devised by ourselves, and there are the two parts of the geometry. The first part is the unheated region. It's 20 meter long, and the diameter of pipe is equal to the 1 meter. So it means that the length to dia ratio is equal to 20, and this much is enough to create the fully developed flow. That is when the axial velocity is no more a function of the x-axis. So it means that when we have the du, which is the velocity in the x direction, its rate of change with respect to x is equal to 0. So we have the two directions. In fact, there are three directions. So x, y, and the z. But the u will have the change in the y direction. There will be some value. It may be a function, first order function, or maybe just a constant value. And also because the problem is three-dimensional, so it will have also the change in the z direction similar to the change in the y direction. And at the exit of this unheated region, we should have the parabolic velocity profile like this. So initially the profile is a constant, is a uniform, and afterwards we will have the change in the profile, so it will have the something like that. On the wall of the pipe, velocity is almost 0, and in the center the velocity is equal to, we call this one as the u maximum, and this should be equal to the twice the u average. So the u average is the velocity we have provided at the inlet of the pipe. And also this can be found out from if we average the velocity along the length in the y direction or that direction, there should also come out to be the average velocity, and second equal to the velocity we provided at the inlet. So once this is done, so second region is the heated region where we have placed the 10 meter height, 10 meter length, and the heat flux are equal to 50 watts per meter square. This can be if you calculate this value, so this can be done from the examples on the pipe flow. I have taken this one heat transfer book on the pipe flow. You can a textbook on heat transfer. You can see the example where we have provided the heat flux on the pipe boundary, and we want to calculate the outlet temperature. When we know the inlet temperature and the length of pipe, diameter of pipe, so we are interested to find out the temperature of the fluid at the outlet. This is a very classical problem of the heat transfer, which is taught in the advanced level heat transfer courses in the MS or PhD level. So you can refer this book and you can find out the some solved example. So let's create the geometry inside the space clamp, which will have the 30 meter length total and the 1 meter diameter. So search for the space clamp direct modeler. So we have just opened the space clamp. Now you can click on the plan view and then go for the circle option here. Before that, I would recommend that you should change the unit system to the meters. So click on the one on the numeric keypad, done, and now select the full mode. This will get you into 3D mode, and just turn the geometry to the some on the some side, and then click on this face we have just made, and then just click on the face and drag your mouse, and now click on the space bar key and put the length equal to the 30 meters. Alright, okay, I will also copy this face, copy and paste, and I will move this face to the length of the 20 meters. Basically, I want to create the division of this pipe into two parts: the 20 meter unheated region and the 10 meters where we will apply the heat transfer. So now go to the prepare mode, and from here choose the impedance command and click on this curve. This will divide this geometry into the two parts, this surface. Now save the file with the name as you like. Let's call this one as a pipe. And close the space clamp. Now open the ICM CFD from the search bar. Now go to the file and go to the import model and choose D drive on this computer and click on the pipe geometry file